So wait, is the camera going to work or not?
Yeah, it's working.
Then why do you got to change cameras?
No, I'm all right. It's all right now.
We just had to have that conversation, apparently.
I don't trust him, man.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Just don't listen to me. You know,
I don't trust him at all anyway. Yeah, so
introduction.
Well, good morning, everybody. Actually, it's probably closer to lunchtime now. Mike Chisek here for ChampCar, presented by RVA Graphics Wraps, which, in case you didn't notice, this is headquarters for RVA Graphics Wraps, and I am with Justin Andress.
Good morning.
Driver extraordinaire for the 111 ChampCar team, and also boss man.
Yeah.
For all of this stuff, including the shop. And we came down here, well, I came up, Bill came down, on this wonderful Friday, cold Friday, to take a visit, show you guys the operations where all your stuff's being made, and to ask Justin some pressing questions like CNN would do, right?
Bring it on.
How was the 2017 season for the RVA team?
It was good. We finally, after years and years of snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory, our 48th time with
like
the
Bill,
charm. Exactly. We didn't break any wheels though. We finally won one, and it was really cool. Personally, I was actually in class, so I didn't get there. But there's a theory going around by somebody behind the camera that maybe the success ratio has a correlation to events that I attend or not. But anyhow, really good. It was a really good season. We had a lot of fun. Went to some tracks we hadn't been to before, and really enjoyed, our first year as a sponsor instead of just the chump.
Yeah, actually, and of course, you're no longer a chump, I guess, technically. So
that, yeah.
What do you think about the new name that came out?
Very happy with it. It was, as there's been a lot of chatter, I don't think it did the series and the quality of racing justice. When you tell somebody what you're going to go do for the weekend and having to have this couple minutes of explanation that even though you start off with the word ChampCar, now this is really what we do, this is where we go, this is who we race with, to not have to have that little disclaimer in the beginning is, I think it's a good call.
And all you know that feeling very well, that when you say, hey, we're going to race some ChampCar this weekend, it says, what's ChampCar? And instead of talking about your race car or your goals for the weekend, you have to spend the first 5-10 minutes trying to explain that it's racing and it's not really a video game or a joke. It's real racing. So
you don't have to spend time legitimizing it, if you will.
That's the word right there, legitimizing. And we've gotten a lot of positive feedback from everybody that seems to love it too. So it's nice to know that our title sponsor approves of the change.
Very happy.
Speaking of which, you're happy enough that you have decided to come back and hang out with Bill and the rest of us again in 2018.
Mm-hmm. Glad to have the opportunity. It was, like I said, it was very successful for us, not just on the racetrack, but as an organization. This is not, as I've said before, not our primary business. We started this from rather humble beginnings to serve one of our larger businesses and doing our fleet, but we found we have some good quality folks that do a good job, and it's amazing the amount of stuff that people will want to have wrapped once they find out you can do that. Bass boats, shotguns, that trash can, you name it. Wow. People want to have it wrapped. So, but anyway, it's been a really good year for us. We appreciate all the orders that we've gotten. And look forward to another year. And the one thing, like I said, I bring up the ridiculous things that people want to have wrapped is just think about different things that someone might want to have done, and reach out. It doesn't have to necessarily be something that's on the website or that's in the cart that you can order type thing. But if you've always wanted to, Matt, for his daughter's Jeep, Barbie Jeep, you should see what they did to it. It was pretty cool.
Barbie Jeep.
Before it wasn't pink looking, was it? No, it was pretty sweet looking. So we can help do any of that kind of off the wall stuff too.
Would you say the team that contacts RVA Graphics Wraps and orders a custom wrap for the vehicle, even partial, has now made their car faster on track?
Yes, because like Bill said, the first thing he was worried about is how the car looks.
Right there.
Yep. It's better airflow, and it helps fill in dents. How about that?
There's a lot of those, but I bring it up in all seriousness because we have people that say, that's not a true $500 car over there. Well, first of all, we're not $500. I mean, that's long gone. But second of all, other than being proud of what you drive, what does the paint job or the wrap have to do with the quality of your racing?
That's a good question. Hopefully it makes people a little bit more inclined to have it look like that when they finish the day.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Yes.
Yeah, not that we wouldn't enjoy selling more and more stickers every time people rub them off, but yeah, our own team, we when it looks better, you're a little bit more, hopefully, cautious of, should I try to go in this corner? Because now I don't have to put a fender, but I have to get it over to the wrap shop again too.
Yeah, it's like, well, you have Tyler take care of it for you, you know. But I hope that's the goal, is that they take pride in the car. They're really proud to show their friends and family, and to see it on the grid in the morning, take pictures. I see a lot of teams out there in pit road, and they're taking these team shots before and after. They're so excited to be out there on the weekend instead of mowing the lawn and fixing, you know, the water heater. And hopefully, with it looking that way, they do think twice, and they don't put their nose where it's highly likely that it's not going to come out looking so good, and to keep the car looking nice. Yeah. But if it doesn't, they always can come back to you.
Yeah, we're here for you. Not quite the body shop, but we can cover a lot of scratches and wrinkles.
Speaking of racing, what are you guys thinking about hitting up this year for races?
That's a great question. We've got a rough outline. Obviously, with the information that came out this past week for the championship, which was honestly, I was kind of floored that we were.
Yes, congratulations on qualifying 8th, I hear.
Thank you very much. Yes. Yeah, I hear and was frankly amazed, because it doesn't feel like that, but we have a lot of participation points, but we had a lot of we had a lot of good, like I said, some snatching defeat out of the jaws of victory.
Evidence that they do not get favorable treatment for the races. They had to run 11 times you guys raced this year. Yeah,
absolutely.
And you got a first and a second that qualified you, and then a bunch of other, as you say.
We had several that were in really good positions, and a throttle cable breaks, or water in the ECU, or what have you.
Wait, water doesn't belong in the ECU.
A red opal?
Yeah. Probably.
Jeez.
If it was out there, I think it got in everybody's way. Hey!
Ban all the opals.
Exactly.
No, but that's good, and hopefully you can repeat some success this year, and make it qualifying for the championship an annual thing for the RVA team.
Yeah, and one of the things we'd like to do, like I said, because when you and I first talked about the sponsorship, is circling back and see what it did for us as a business, and it definitely was a positive. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it again. We love you.
Oh, that's sweet of you. I really
we love being part of the whole process, but it was something that ended up being a positive for us. But then, like I said, if there was things that you've always wanted to do, even if you don't have a team logo, we have folks that can help you come up with one. We all are pretty creative with names. I'm terrible with art. If you would have seen some of the stuff we've done in days past, I could come up with some good ideas, but what it actually looked like on the car was a little sketchy. But anyway, we have some folks that could help out designing logos for team trailer, stickers for your car, that type of thing. And once again, not just trying to shill it as a business, but because we are a little bit unique in, this business is part of an overall family of businesses. And we're, honestly, the reason we got into it, it was a very great opportunity, because it was a pretty high markup for people that this is all they do, and they have to pay for every single bill with this. That's not the case for us, so we can hopefully be a little bit, do a great project, a great product, and a great job, but we don't have to be as high as everybody else out there. So especially with Chump folks, we've done some stuff for folks that.
By the way, he owes us $1.
Oh, I did it
in the jar.
No, I was talking about the history.
Oh, okay.
They were Chump folks at that point.
One all the time.
Yeah, exactly. That's running thin, by the way. We can't.
Sorry.
I do that with Andrea.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. With that other series, the artist formerly known as Chump. How about that? We did some. I just completely forgot my train of thought now that I said that.
Bill do that to you. Bill says something and the whole day
just derails it. Yeah,
gone.
What was I talking about? About folks that have come in and had their cars wrapped is where I was going. We've had some folks do it, but it's a challenge, because in my opinion, it is an absolute skill to do it right. I'm the guy that if you give me the number panel, it's going to have at least one line in it when I'm done. And there's been some conversation. There's some folks that apparently have been able to buy product and put it on themselves, and good for them. But it's we have a concern. We don't want to ship out a whole car's worth of vinyl and have somebody have
vehicle wrap kit.
Yeah, and it looks like someone
so good.
unballed it and then stuck it on there. So we have had some folks bring their car here from Tyler. What was the?
Crash management.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Dodge Stratus. Mm-hmm. Yep, they're down there in Greensboro, I believe.
This season, I think they'll be.
Oh, so they just had it done.
Yeah.
A couple months ago.
Okay.
So, and that's the thing, we try to, it's difficult because it's a process to do it right. Luckily, compared to we have a service van in here today. Us champs have already, have already taken off all the trim and everything else, so it's a little bit easier from that standpoint, but it does take time to prep it and put it on right, so it's a difficult thing for us to sell a whole wrap, but we're open to if we can plan it correctly. Like we had a customer who, if and when we decide to go down to Daytona last year, we wrapped the
Mustang.
The Mustang, which we need to update that now. You realize?
Yeah, the Mustang. It was good this year. We enjoyed seeing it out on track. We got some pictures with your EC car and the Mustang at VIR at the 24. I got a lot of looks on the highway. We finished the race in December, and it was long, cold weekend. That was, of course, you got your trophy there, and I left the track and I stopped for dinner by myself at a Texas Roadhouse off the highway, and I'm sitting in the bar, ordering my dinner, watching the scores on TV, and I hear a voice says, "Is that your Mustang out there?" So this happens once in a while. It's just kind of the point of wraps is marketing, and I thought someone wants to talk about racing, so I said, yeah. He was a vehicle wrap guy, and all he wanted to do was talk technical stuff about vehicle wraps, and he sort of kind of got in the way of my dinner.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it was on fire or something.
That would have been a better story. I would have probably been very upset and cried, but
no, the best one was when we at the airport.
Yeah, I saw that.
Sonoma.
Right.
No, so we're in Sonoma, and somebody takes a picture of it.
No, it wasn't Sonoma, because remember, Sonoma was before Daytona, so this was somewhere in the summertime. Laguna. That was Laguna, right?
Yeah.
And it was in the airport, RDU, and I don't even know what website that was. It was a big YouTube channel.
Just a big,
and he was walking through, and just bam, there's just a shot of the car and everything. Not terribly clean because it blows a lot of carbon out the exhaust pipe. Something about the tuning, I don't know. Not my fault. Whatever. No, but it was good. It was good. And yes, I have to update. I'm thinking of updating the car though, as in getting rid of the Mustang, getting something else.
We're here for you.
And whatever it is, it's I'm gonna go white this time. That way we can put, instead of a full white wrap.
Oh, I got you.
Just like pieces, kind of like doing with the van over there.
Yeah.
A little bit easier than wrapping all the nooks and crannies. But
yeah, because that's what, like I said, the difference between a race car and that car is the amount of stuff that you guys had to take off to do it right and then put back on. How
hard is it to take off a Hellcat decal?
Not hard.
Okay.
We got razor
especially
blades.
since you can't touch it. Don't touch the decal. I want a Hellcat, but it's not really probably a realistic option at this point. Oh well, right? Yeah, something will come in here.
Copart, just keep looking. You might have to
wrecked one. Hey, the Grand Caravan GT.
Yeah.
Anyway, now something will come
makes
up.
That makes it cool. It's a GT.
No, he would not get a minivan until it was a GT, and we found one in the park in the rental lot. And
3 of them in 2017.
Yeah, no, y'all were at Sonoma with a
Sonoma had a GT.
killer minivan.
Laguna had one. Or something. I don't know. Hey, it had red leather stitching. I don't know. It was nice.
And they jump really well.
Do they?
You know what?
Dakota, where? But
you know what?
Fastest car around the track's a rental car.
You're not getting a rental car anymore.
Yeah.
You're done. Anyway. No, it was. I think it was a great brand recognition as we drive around for RVA and obviously for last year it was ChampCar. This year we're going to have ChampCar advertised, and we're going to do it again. I like that.
Looking forward to it. It's worked out well. It seems to be a pretty good fit because it was, a need that you guys had from printing needs, and obviously it was a need we have for
selling stuff.
Yeah, selling stuff and racing. So when multiple boxes gets checked,
if someone wants to sell something, someone wants to buy something, it's a marriage made in heaven. It's great. It's wonderful.
America.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, anyway, appreciate taking the time to talk today. I'm sure you have many things to do, busy man, and many people to boss around. I have far less to boss around. I have one right now, but that's
it's work with. It's work with. You don't boss.
We're not PC around here.
He's my boss.
The camera's on. That's
He's my boss.
Yeah.
We tell how it is. We do. We're looking forward to seeing out the events this year, and we're going to get those RVA Graphics and Wraps title sponsored events up there on the website soon. You know, you and I will figure out which ones you want to host at, and look for the cars and all the the possibilities for wrapping and helmets and stuff at the track that you could pick up, or talk to Justin and his crew when you're at the racetrack. Bill has a question.
I have an idea. Some people have said that when we put the cameras in front of the car, guys should have a little decal of what their car number is, who their drivers are.
That's perfect.
And you can do stuff like that.
Absolutely, because we did that with the E30. We haven't gotten to the point of doing the live camera stuff, but just graduating all the way to the GoPro type thing. We actually have our little, so that was Farron's idea, just get our little RVA Graphics and Wraps and put it on the dashboard. But that's a great idea. If you guys know who is going to be filming, for lack of a better term, we can get information.
Bill usually has
stickers
ahead of time, he knows, and you know, our series sponsors this year, they're getting cameras dedicated, so they're like the Cool Shirt in-car camera and the Lifeline in-car camera. So we'll know which stickers to make and what size, and then we'll get them into the cars that, let's be honest here, let's put them in the cars that break the least. So if you want a camera in your car, don't break, and Bill will find you and he'll put a camera in your car. So, but yeah, let's make some of those.
That's a great idea. That's
starting with your car, because you know, I'm thinking you probably want to be the OMP sticker on your car. How about the RVA sticker?
There you go. Yeah, we'll do that.
Good deal. All right. Well, good talking today.
Thanks for coming up.
And yes, we're going to go bother your wrap shop employees, see if we can distract them here in a little bit, and look forward to seeing the racetrack, man.
Great. Thanks a lot.
So how long does it take you guys to normally wrap a vehicle?
If it's cleaned off and everything, usually like a day and a half. The prep work is what takes forever. Making sure everything's cleaned, and we usually try to break it down as much as we can, take off everything that can come off, make the job easier and cleaner.
So do you have to do any special prep to the paint? Let's say if I just if I had a car that was just spray painted, I mean, would the vinyl stick to that okay?
No. Yes and no. It would stick to the spray paint, but it would take it right off the vehicle. So, I mean, it has to be a relatively good paint job, clear coats popping and stuff like that. Vinyl only adheres to whatever, you know, as good as it is underneath. The paint is horrible, it's not going to work. If it's bare metal, stuff like that, you're okay. Sometimes you got issues with fiberglass and Bondo, but there's ways around it, different types of material. But the number one thing is paint prep, vehicle prep. It's got to have a good surface to adhere to.
How about primer?
If you wet sand it down, give it a smooth surface, a lot of times it does not like to stick to the textured surface of primer, like if you were just to primer it. So basically you'd have to take it to that next step as far as paint prep goes, primer it, they wet sand it, and then they spray. You would have to go to that step for it to adhere to it right.
And vinyl takes bumping and grinding pretty good?
Yes and no. It can hold up to some. It's not indestructible, that's for sure.
I don't know. You see those NASCAR guys doing pretty well.
Yeah.
So there's the laminate we use is self-healing. So if you go by a branch and it gets all scratched up, just the heat from the sunlight will eventually heal it over a few days' time. So little scrapes and scratches like that are fine, but something like a rock coming up and hitting it, that'll damage it.
Right.
Or another car.
Does it take the abuse from the sandblasting on the nose pretty well?
Yeah. I mean,
because paint doesn't do that. Paint will just come right off.
Yeah. It holds up as well, just because, like he said, it's laminated. Different types of materials have different types of laminates. For the most part, printed design has its own type of laminate. It makes it a little bit thicker. It holds up a lot better. I've had vehicles wrapped personally for years that you wouldn't even know that I even drove it. So it can take some beating from road rash, stuff like that.
How about fuels and oils and cleaners?
Depends on the type of wrap. A lot of gloss, you won't know. Wipe right off. If it's a matte version of it, satin finish, anything that's a dulled out finish, it affects it. There is no fixing it after that. It'll stain.
How about the print? When you guys print on it, does the oils and gasoline wash the print off?
No, because those are protected by laminate. So once we print on the material, we over laminate everything.
Yeah, that's what that.
And it's protected after that.
Okay.
So.